Everybody, welcome to the Healing Place
Hi.
Energy School. Okay, Robin, I'm going to let you introduce yourself first.
Okay, hi everyone. Robin Bornstein from the Healing Place Energy School and Healing Place Medfield. Welcome. And I'm going to hand it over to Helen, the founder and owner of the Healing Place Medfield.
Yes, for those people who don't know who I am, Robin and I have been hanging out and doing these live talk now since 2 Marches. And I have to say, Robin, I think we've done a really kick-ass job in bringing this live show weekly. And I'm amazed that we are still on and our following is growing every single week. And for those people who don't know what we do, it's about how to lift the spirit, how to grow your energy, being the very best version of you.
And also, yes, and also how to protect your energy and learn how to love yourself and
grow your spirit.
And grow your spirit and be kind to yourself.
Yes. And since last week, we talked about sustainable happiness, and we decided, well, what the heck? Let's segue into, I would say, radical self-kindness.
And we all need to practice that because it's hard to be nice to yourself every day. So it's important to practice loving yourself, being kind to yourself, forgiving yourself.
And I think for women, we have, most of us, not all of us, have a really difficult time showing ourselves self-kindness. We're willing to do it for everyone else on the planet, including our dogs. Especially sometimes we put our dogs ahead of our own needs because we think the dog is more important than us.
It's so true. It's so true.
Yes. And anyone who have any thoughts about self-kindness, please feel free to jump in, put your comment in the box, and we are going to incorporate your thoughts into our talk tonight. And so I don't know about you, Robin, but I really gave this some thought this week about radical self-kindness and what does it mean to me. And I thought to myself, my number one, and people could disagree, or you have your own, is about giving yourself a break.
Yes. Cutting yourself some slack, people.
Some slack. And like the book says, don't sweat over the small stuff.
And that can be hard on some days, but I think most people, especially if you've read that book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, or if you've gone through some major spiritual awakening, or you have had some major things happen in your life where you learn to appreciate the small stuff. And that's when you're able to really give yourself a break or, forgive yourself for certain things because you realize what the big picture is and what's important.
Yeah. And I think even I do this, we make a mistake. And instead of saying, okay, what did I learn from this mistake? We are reliving the mistake over and over again in our heads, which is, I think, is absolutely ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And I think sometimes you just have to let that stuff go. I was going to say another S word, but let it go. I mean, if you ruminate over the mistakes you make, big or small, it's going to drive you crazy.
Yeah. And not only that, it will keep you stuck until you die.
And keep you up at night, which we all like our sleep. But yeah, it will keep you stuck until you die. Absolutely. People get stuck and they get into this loop in their mind and they just can't get over it. Maybe some days are better than others, but they get caught in that loop. And you need to be kind to yourself and allow yourself to be human. We make mistakes. And you know what? You just got to let it go. Got to let it go. It's so easy to say that. It's so easy to say that. I hate that, right? Dust it off. Let it go. Sometimes it's hard to do, really hard to do. But
well, it's like the article you wrote last month is about how do you dust off minute emotions that eats away at you.
It's difficult, people. And that's why meditation is such a great tool to be able to go inward to yourself, inward to your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and all that stuff that we keep inside, to figure out how to forgive ourselves and to let things go. Even the small things, the little irritations that may eat us up and ruin our day. We allow ourselves to let that stuff ruin our day, right? Like, think about a time, Helen, that something happened. It was small, but you allowed it to ruin your day.
You mean like an hour ago when I was trying to get my act together, get my SAIT together? Oh, did I spell it out instead of saying S? Yeah, I'm trying to get my act together. Yeah. Of course, because I realize so many of us want to control the outcome, and everyone's personal goal is perfection or beyond perfection. And what happens if you don't meet your goals?
It's okay, because guess what? Goals can always be moved.
All the time.
We're not on a football field where the goalpost is like stuck into the ground. We're human, and things can always be adjusted. Pretty much everything can be. Things can be rescheduled. Things can be moved. You set a goal and you say, I want such and such by July 7th of 2022. Well, as you get closer to that date, and you're almost there, if you're not going to make it, allow yourself to move the date to July 27th. Allow yourself to make that choice. It's progress, not perfection.
Yeah. And I think too, if you could set yourself an example, not only for yourself, for your family, that it's okay to make mistakes instead of dwelling on what you did wrong. There's aspects of the mistakes that you did do right. It's just that you're so hyper focused on the stupidness that you can't see it.
Yes. And I also think sometimes there are no such things as a mistake. Sometimes something may happen in your life and you're like, oh, I made that mistake. But then something else comes out of that mistake. You learn a lesson, or something new comes to you from that mistake, and you learn to do something differently. Something always comes from a mistake. Hopefully not a big something. Hopefully it's not like this huge injury. I wouldn't, that's an accident. I wouldn't call something like that a mistake. Oh, I stepped off the curb and broke my foot. No, it was an accident. That wasn't a mistake.
Well, yeah. It all depends how you look at it.
It all depends on how you look at it. But maybe that was a lesson there because you needed to slow down, or things in your life needed to change, or something bigger was coming your way.
Yeah. Here's a good example. Lately at the Healing Place, I've been attracting a lot of young people that is totally stressed and anxious. In fact, there's one of the courses that I'm putting together for young people in how to manage stress and anxiety with mindfulness. And one of the things I really learned from this young person is I'm listening to her, and she understands that life is comprised of lessons, tons of lessons. And she said to me, which I was trying not to giggle underneath, she says, well, I think I learned the lesson behind this pain. Does that mean the universe says I'm okay to go ahead to learn the next lesson? When I was saying, well, honey buns, I hate to tell you this. You might be working through one problem. Let's say you have a lesson to learn. But what if there's 1,000 steps variation of that one lesson you're supposed to learn? And she went, the eyebrows knitted together and said, what do you mean? What if you just learn one aspect of the lesson? And what the universe is doing is testing you to see how you handle that one tiny aspect of that big giant lesson. And all of a sudden she crashed.
She must, yeah, because it's true. I mean, think about it. You think you've learned a lesson, or you've gone through something, and you're like, oh, I've learned that lesson. But how many times in life have
you repeat it?
That you repeat the same thing over and over and over again? Sometimes this is just something that you need to go through. This is just something, because there are variations of learning
Exactly.
new things, different things. Yeah, there are variations in everything. Variations in, I mean, think of how many different types of pizza we can order, right? There's variations to all different kinds of aspects happening in our lives.
So she was really surprised when I said to her, as part of your self kindness, in case she fell, because sometimes lessons are very hard. And I said, um, what the universe is really doing is really doing you a favor by teaching yourself self kindness if you don't grasp the lesson, because they really want to see you succeed. And if you don't, I always compare this, if you don't have it at this level, as your awakening process opens up, you don't have it here, you're not going to have it up here because you won't be able to maintain it.
And that's okay. And that's okay. We're here. We're human. We're on this amazing journey of being human, which is, you know, every day we wake up, right? And we're lucky. We woke up. We're breathing. We're here.
We're here. So it's all about self-love. You could say, self-care, self-kindness. You could put it whatever you want to call it. But it comes down to not beating yourself up over the silliness.
Yes. And Helen, can you give an example of a way that you were able to forgive yourself, or is there a time in your life that you can look back and say, oh, I learned that lesson, and feel that you finished that lesson and were able to whatever it is that we're working on?
So how you have learned the lesson. This is really key. I try to teach this for all my clients who come to see me. When you have no emotional attachment, there's no residue. Really, there's no residue. And every time let's say you see somebody or someone that has pissed you off and made you mad, if they could still rise that anger in you, you're not done. The lesson is not over. You might be halfway through the lesson. So what happens is when you feel like that anger coming up, don't pretend it doesn't exist. Acknowledge it. If you're effing pissed, be mad and say, you know what? I tried today. I really tried this aspect of the lesson. It just didn't work out. So start again next day. Start next time you see the person. And I'm going to be honest, Robin, you may not achieve that, calmness or that being able to handle that emotion, maybe not in this life. Oh,
It's true. Yeah. People we're going to be tested constantly. There are going to be people in our lives that, rub us the wrong way. They annoy us, whatever it is. And that's okay. That's normal. That's totally okay and normal. And I think half that part of self-acceptance and self-love is acknowledging that it's okay.
Yes.
That it's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to acknowledge sadness, anger, annoyance, even the little petty things that get to you. It's okay. You're human. It's okay to have those feelings. And even if you still have them after 10 years,
that's okay.
That's okay. And just, I think part of the lesson in self-love is acknowledging the feelings and forgiving yourself for those feelings and being like, yeah, that's not a nice way to feel, but it's okay. I'm okay with it. And that right there in itself, I believe, is a huge lesson.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And we have a question here. Let's see. Hi, Julie. It says, but it's worth working on because these people or situations drain our energy. Absolutely. It's definitely worth working on. Absolutely, Julie. They do drain our energy.
Yes.
And protecting our energy is another thing that we need to do for our self-love.
So, Robin, yes, but also, Robin, it's okay to walk away too.
Absolutely.
You don't have to have them beat you up. It's okay to say, not now. I gotta go.
Yes. And we can get back to this later, but yeah, it's okay to walk away from people or shut people off or set boundaries, and you can always go and you can always go and revisit them when it's good for you.
Okay. So anyways, I think this might be a really good time to do meditation on self-love. And I'm going to put in the box below, because Robin and I are putting together some I call kick butt courses at the Healing Place Energy School. How to deal with kidney problems, kidney stones through foot hand reflexology. That is almost done. Robin's going to do a couple meditations to accompany migraine relief, which that is almost done. So we've been very productive here at the Healing Place Energy School to help you to feel good about your energy, your health, and your spirit.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. And I was going to do a meditation on loving kindness. We have about 15 minutes or so. But maybe I'll add in a little bit of migraine headache relief while we're at it.
Oh, Jean would love that.
Yes.
I love Jean so much.
Jean is here. And
Jean is here. Jean's been having a migraine for the last 4 days.
Oh, Jean, I'm so sorry to hear that. So maybe this meditation will help relieve some of that pain that you're having. So everyone.
And I'm going to ignite my hot Reiki hands here.
Yeah. So get as comfortable as possible. And remember that during this time, if you're not watching live, you'll still be able to pick up and receive some nice healing while you're listening. So hold on as I put my face right up to the camera. Sorry about that, everyone. Just want to turn the light down.
I really want to feature Robin, so my hot hand is still ignited.
Robin. That out, but this is live. I was reaching up for my light, people. I like to turn it down when I'm meditating. It's too much energy going on in the room. So get as comfortable as possible. And adjust your clothing so that you're comfortable. If you're lying flat on the floor, rest your arms by your side with your palms facing up. If you're sitting in a chair like me, sit up as straight as possible with your feet on the floor in front of you, resting comfortably. And taking a nice deep inhale in and out. And remember, you can close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or if it's not comfortable for you, then just rest your eyes at a soft gaze and focus on something across the room, or just gaze down. And again, taking a nice deep inhale in and out. One more big inhale in and out. And begin to breathe nice and normally through your nose. If that's uncomfortable due to allergies, then you may breathe through your mouth. I just want you to breathe nice and softly, nice and comfortably. If at any time during the meditation you need to take a nice deep inhale and exhale, please feel freely to do so. Gently relax your shoulders. Relax your face muscles. And sink into the weight of your body. Feel the weight of your body. Remember, it's perfectly normal to have thoughts coming and going during meditation. Just allow them to come in and out of your mind. Focus on your breathing. Now I want you to notice your neck. How is it feeling? Allow yourself to feel your neck muscles relaxing from behind your ears all the way down the back of your neck to the base of your spine. Allow these muscles to relax. Feel the relaxation spreading across your shoulder blades. Notice your chest muscles. Allow them to relax. I would like you to take your chin and just slowly bring your chin down to your chest as if you're saying no, but do it nice and slowly. If that causes any discomfort, please don't do this. If it causes any discomfort at all, just stay where you are. Feel that stretch in the back of your neck. Now slowly and gently bring your chin back up with your head to center. If you're lying down, you can still do a slight movement of moving your chin to your chest. One more time. Slowly move your chin downward. And notice your breathing. Again, slowly bring your chin back up and your head to center. Just notice how your shoulders are feeling. Gently roll your shoulders. Slowly roll them back. If you're lying down, just maybe wiggle them side to side. Now, just rest your shoulders, rest your neck, rest the muscles in your forehead and your eyes. Rest your jaw. Now slowly bring your left ear to your left shoulder. If this is uncomfortable for you, just stay in a nice relaxed position, relaxing your neck. Now slowly raise your head back up and your shoulder back down. Now taking a nice deep inhale in and out. Relaxing those shoulders. Now gently take your right ear to your right shoulder. And again, if that's uncomfortable for you, please just rest your neck and shoulders. Now slowly release, lowering your shoulder, raising your ear back up to center. Continue relaxing the trunk of your body. Taking a nice deep inhale in and out. Now breathe nice and slowly, nice and normally. Now I want you to imagine that surrounding your body is a beautiful white healing light. Envision yourself as almost in an orb, an egg-shaped, beautiful orb surrounding your entire body, from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes. This beautiful light is protecting you. It's protecting your energy. Now taking a nice deep inhale into this beautiful light that is your personal protection, your energy, that is you. Just breathe in nicely and exhale. As you feel this air coming into your nose, feel the sensation of the air coming in and down your throat, relaxing your neck muscles, relaxing your chest, and filling your lungs with beautiful healing light. This beautiful air that is coming into your body is circulating into your body, into your bloodstream, cleansing you and protecting you, and helping you to heal. On the next inhale, I want you to really feel the air coming into your nose. Notice the temperature. And allow this air to come in and relax your sinuses and soothe your sinuses and your ears and your throat. And really relax your ears. Allow the muscles behind your ears that connect to your neck to relax. Notice the back of your head. Allow this area to relax. Bring your attention now to your temples and allow the muscles around your eyes and your temples to relax. Now taking a nice deep inhale in and out. One more deep inhale in and out. Now slowly begin to wiggle your toes. Feel the energy coming up into your legs, your hips. Just begin to slowly move your shoulders and adjust your back. Feel the energy coming into the trunk of your body, all the way up into your shoulders, and just roll your shoulders back a few times. And notice your breathing. Slowly roll your shoulders forward. Again, notice your breathing. And now just give your head a slight look to the left, or to the right, and then to the left. And again, to the right, and then to the left. And slowly look up with your eyes open. And then back to center. And adjust your body a little bit, waking up and coming back to the room. And give yourself a little stretch over your head. And feel how much more you are relaxed throughout your shoulders, your neck, just from doing that little self-care, paying attention to those muscles. So I hope that helped everyone relax. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Robin. I almost fell asleep, which is not unusual.
A lot of people do fall asleep during meditation. It's great if you can stay awake, but if you fall asleep, I truly believe that's a healing process that your body needed at that moment in time, and that's okay.
Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I hope this meditation was helpful and the subject was helpful to you. Please share with friends who you think might be of interest. Let's build a huge community of like-minded people. And give us a like, give us a share, subscribe, all of that social media stuff. Just to let you know, little notice, I am going to be away next week, but Robin is going to have a surprise guest just for you.
Yes, I am. I'll be here, and I'm going to have a surprise guest, so join us.
Yes, and I wish you well, Robin.
Thank you. Yes, have a fabulous week, and remember to be kind to yourself.
Be kind and be safe.
And be safe.
Yes. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank
See you in a couple weeks, and Robin will see you next week.
Bye.